padded helmets, and we were talking to Matt about it yesterday. What are your thoughts on wearing those? And what is it like? Like, does it feel any different to wear it?
Yeah, it definitely feels different. I'm one who likes to feel that actual impact because it kind of dumbs down the impact of, I mean, it's for our safety, but, it kind of takes that initial shock off of the, initial hit of you contacting a defensive lineman. So it's for our safety, but at the same time, I don't like it because you don't get that game feel. So I think it's, somewhat not good, but it's also good in a way protecting us and them too.
Is it going to be a shock when you get into a game without it then?
No, I don't. I mean, we haven't. I mean, we just got it. What was it, 2 practices ago or whatever? So I don't think it's going to be a shock. I mean, I used them in college, so it's not really anything different to me.
Can anybody tell if it works? I mean, if it make.
I mean, I'm not one to know. I'm sure they got studies and stuff to figure that out. With all that.
You can't feel. I mean, does the impact feel any different?
It definitely feels different, like, for sure. I mean, the initial, crack of the helmet, you really don't hear it. It's kind of soft, but you still feel it, though, for sure.
So there's a window of opportunity here for you at left tackle. As you go into these preseason games, what's on your goal checklist to just make sure that you take advantage of this opportunity?
Shoot, don't make any errors, block my guy. Give 110% and, take advantage of this opportunity that I have in front of me, just here to compete and win a job,
This morning that he's kind of stressed eliminating the big misses, that, you can have 95% of them good and then there's a big miss. What's your assessment of that assessment, I guess?
Wait, what'd you say?
Matt was saying this morning that his focus with you is just eliminating the big misses, that you can be solid for, 9 out of 10 plays, and then it's the one that's a big miss. What's your assessment of where you're at in that regard?
I think it's getting that consistency down and, getting comfortable with the position and, training my eyes and training my feet, to be left instead of right. Been right for the last few years. So just getting that down and getting comfortable with it. And I think, being in camp and also preseason is a good time to hone that in and make sure that I get that locked down.
Is there anything you can compare switching sides to, like being left-handed or?
I mean, honestly, I wish I could. It's a difficult thing to do. It's total opposite. Yeah, but it's just flipping to the other side. But when you think about it, it's all flipped around. Plays are backwards, and you're calling the calls on the other side and talking to somebody else on the other side. So it's very different, and it's challenging.
When is the last time you spent this much time on the left side?
Never, probably. Never. I mean, I've had opportunities in Denver, but they got Garrett Bowles there, and I was competing with him, and it was just kind of half and half or 60-40, in that kind of respect, but not very much. So this is probably the most time that I've spent on the left for sure.
When you were down last week for 5 days, knowing that there's an opportunity at left tackle in front of you and knowing that you can't really do anything about it for a while, what was that like mentally?
Frustrating, just knowing that it's out of my control, was really the most frustrating part. But, just kept testing and, just followed what, the trainers had me do and got back as fast as I could. It wasn't really anything I could do about it.
Close contact in that situation, right?
That's what they told me. Yeah, I think that's what it was, a close contact.
The NFL has such different restrictions for vaccinated and unvaccinated players. Do you think that, a group of players having to sit out, do you think that made you or anybody else on the team kind of think differently about getting vaccinated and the restrictions you have to face?
I mean, kind of, I guess, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's everybody's personal choice, so I didn't think that it made me think any differently about my stance or hopefully their stance. I don't know what they were thinking, but no, it didn't make me think any different, I don't think.
Anything else? What were your thoughts when you went on that reserve? When you realized, I've got to go on this list, what was going through your mind? What were your emotions then?
Am I positive? And kind of after that initial shock and, getting a few tests back, it was like, okay, so I'm not, and I'm fine. Let's get this 5 days, over with, So I think that was pretty much it with that situation.
How did you get home because didn't you guys find out on the bus? On Tuesday? When you found out, how did you drive home, or did somebody send a car for you, or?
They took us back. They had somebody take us back, yeah. Yep, individually.
These last 2 days, just having the opportunity to go against a different opponent, what do you think the offense has gained from the practice time and then the ability to go back and watch it?
I think it's good to go against other people because, when you're constantly going against, Robert Quinn or Mac or, you start to get, in a sense, not comfortable, but comfortable. And you're like, oh, okay, I know he's going to do this move, or I know when I set like this, he's going to do this, So it's good to go against somebody who hasn't seen you and kind of get a different feel for what they're going to do when you do your stuff, So I think that's what it's all about, preseason and camp especially, just working on your craft and getting better at what you do, So
Saturday afternoon because of everything that's there?
Yeah, I'm excited. First new city, new team. I'm excited to go out there and play, and I know it's pretty limited. They try and keep everybody, on a play count, but you got to have fun while you're out there. So I'm excited to play. Some live plays. It's been a while. It's been a long time, especially with the delay. So I'm excited to get out there.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Elijah.
Thanks.